Hi Cancers, how are you? Welcome back. Sorry I was gone for a while. Life just got, I just got busy with life. But here I am, and I'm ready to do your monthly reading, and this is going to be for the month of July. A little late, but I think that's okay, and I think you can still get a lot out of it. So let's begin, shall we? I'm gonna do 2 rows, one for the first half of the month and then the other for the second half of the month, and I'm gonna pull some oracle cards, so we'll see what you get. Okay, let's go with it. Okay, so you have the sun to start the month, which is really, really beautiful, and I think that kind of has to do with the lunar eclipse too that we had on July 2nd. So that might something really big and important probably happen for you on that month, or like on July 2nd, or a little bit before that, or a little bit after. But in any case, you start the month really, really happy, really positive, and maybe something to do with your children too, something to maybe taking a little vacation, because I know a lot of people right now, it's the end of the month, the end of the fiscal year for some companies, so you kind of have to take your vacation. So maybe you take a little bit of vacation, but then come like the 5th or the first week in July, really you have the 6 of Swords in reverse. So that means you're kind of getting back into the swing of things. You're getting back into your routine. You're getting back into like really focusing on your work, on your projects, on your ideas. Now I have to mention we started on the Mercury retrograde on July 7th. So this might have to do with something related to the retrograde, in the sense of that you might be thinking of leaving something, or you might be thinking of like reaching out to somebody for support, or to provide them support, but you're kind of going back and forth a little bit, and I feel like for some of you, you're going to decide that that's not the option and not the choice to do that. And I think this is going to happen because there's something within you, and there's something inside you that's telling you that maybe it's not the right thing right now, because with Judgment in reversed, not everything is no, not everything is in its place, not everything, so there is a feeling of there's something not right about it, there's something just doesn't feel like it has its place. Now in the second part of the month, we have the King of Wands in reversed. So I think this is, you are right, like when you had that feeling of something is not right, I think the King of Wands is here to really kind of confirm that. With the King of Wands, it could be, for some of you, it could be work related, or it could be just energetically you're really, really tired and you really don't have the bandwidth to provide that support, to provide that healing, that crying shoulder that somebody needs in your life. Now if it's related to work, I think for some of you this is something that you might, especially with the Mercury retrograde again, because it's going to be till the end of July, a little bit into August, your project might be stalled, your ideas might not be flowing as much, or you might be encountering, if you're trying to start something, this is not the right time to start anything, because you would encounter a lot of delays and a lot of setbacks, and it could just be like really minor ones, not necessarily big ones. It could be just like a lost email, or maybe a miscommunication within the email, or maybe playing phone tag with somebody, and somebody might get really frustrated. So really watch your temper in the second part of the month. So from the 1st into the 2nd, I would say like between the 12th to the 17th of the month, really watch your temper, really watch what you say. Don't get impulsive. Do not do any impulse purchases. I think that's really going to be important for you, impulse purchases. Watch your communication, and really watch your transportation too as well. Like make sure that don't speed, drive with the limit, don't drink too much, because I think this is also can be with excesses, has to do with excesses as well. So really watch around that. Now when it comes to relationships, I think for some of you with the Judgment in reversed, and then with the 6 of Swords in reversed, I think for some of you it's like you kind of feel like you want to go, but you're not ready to go, and maybe somebody is in your life is kind of being stubborn about seeing your side of things, or maybe you're a little bit stubborn about seeing really what's going on. and you need a bit of time. That's why I'm saying don't rush yet. Don't rush into any decision, because right now it's not the right time. And then we have the Ten of Swords in reversed. Now this is the after tarot, and the after tarot, the Ten of Swords in upright, it's actually getting over a lot of hurt, getting over a lot of negative emotions, depression, being down on yourself, really being like in that negative state of mind. Now, when it's in reversed, I feel like for some of you, if you're really going to do impulsive, if you're going to really be impulsive this month, especially between the 10th and the 17th of the month, you might regret that. You might really find yourself kind of being stuck again in that loophole of like negative feelings. Maybe if you're, I don't know why I was compelled to say this, but maybe if some of you are feeling that you're being cheated in your relationship, and then you saw a glimpse of hope in the beginning of the month, now you're going to be like revisiting that and reviewing what's going on, like maybe seeing that, maybe trying to see the relationship from a different perspective. So with Judgment here in reverse, I think this is another push to really try to see things for what they are, for the true whatever, for their truth, versus trying to see for what you wanted to see, like a child, or like, you know, it's just, oh, I want it now, and I want to just, you know, not really think about the consequences, you know. So like if you make that rash decision, you might regret it. And then this is with the Ace of Cups too at the end, right? It's kind of like the end of something. I think for some of you, this month is going to be, you start really positive, really uplifted, you with a lot of energy. You're really like, for some of you, I really feel that there's going to be a lot of determination to get something done, and you're going to be so enthusiastic about something. It could also be about your children. For some of you, you might be really spending a lot of time with your children, with your family, being out in the nature, going to the beach, going camping and stuff like that. Now, in the coming from like the 5th of the month on, things change, things turn around. And I think it's because of the retrograde for some of you. Even though the Mercury is in retrograde in the sign of Leo, I think for Cancer signs, especially that this is your season, Cancer, I think it's going to make you be more in your feels and in your thoughts this month. So really watch your thoughts, try to like see things from a different perspective. Don't rush. And if you need help, ask help. Don't be so down on, don't be too harsh on yourself as well, because, you know, I feel like with the Ace of Cups here and with the 10 of Swords in reverse, I feel this is more about you really giving so much to others. Remember when I said ask, you might be compelled to, like there might be people in your life from your past or from present currently around you that might be there that would need your help, and you will want to help them because that's your nature, Cancer. You really want to help people, but you might, if you don't watch your own energy, you might feel very depleted at the end of the month. You might feel like you don't have enough to give, and you're not ready for something even bigger than what you have right now. So, and then for others of you, when it comes to relationships, I think for some of you might see some endings in relationships. For some of you that are coupled, that are single, I think you might have a little bit of a, you might be going on dates, but nobody's going to feel right. So it might leave you a little bit with like a sense of disappointment. But let me pull one more card to crown this and see what is the energy going into August. So the Knight of Cups in reversed. Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot about relationships coming into August. Your focus is going to be relationships. So if in the beginning of the month in July, your focus was more about business, getting things done, moving forward, helping others, at the end of the month, I think your energy levels are going to be slowly, because you're going to be helping so many people, you're going to be focusing on so many things, you're going to be kind of like spread thin at the end of the month, and you might not have time to give to your partner, or to maybe go out and date and then find somebody else. Now for some of you too, this might also have to be with having an argument with a significant other, and this might end into a breakup or somebody just being really, really, really upset by something that has been said, or the way somebody treated you, or you treated your partner. So really, really watch what you say. And then let me pull an oracle card. This is a love oracle card, so to kind of push more, and let's see if we can get any more details about your love life for this month, because I feel like it'll be intense. There's going to be very intense moments during this month, and then a lot of fire, but fire kind of almost in a way it's like it's burning so bright in the beginning, and then it's like slowly diffusing to getting to the point where the flame is so small that it can barely be lit. The candle can still barely be lit. Okay, so let's get an oracle card for you. Healing family issues. Yes, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Now, I don't think this is necessarily about parents. For some of you, it might be. For some of you, I think it's more about relatives. It's about your close partnerships. It's your children. Because in the beginning of the month, we see children in your life. It could be your cousins. It could be anybody that is either younger than you or older than you. But in either way, I think it has to do with a lot of internal work that has to be done this month. And going back to the Judgment in the King of Wands in reverse, I feel like this is definitely a lot of baggage from the past that has to be dealt with, and the person is either not wanting to do that or being stubborn about a certain way of seeing things, but the problem with that is that they're not seeing it, but then they think they do. So with healing family issues, it's about coming clean. It's about, being open and vulnerable. Even though here we see, right, at the end, you might be like just so emotionally exhausted with certain things, with relationships, with people around you, and because it could also be frustrations around miscommunications overall, so that might be a cause for this. But this is where be patient and be forgiving. Don't rush into assuming anything, and don't rush into making any decisions just yet. Wait till the end of the month, till at least the energies of the Mercury retrograde goes away, or it's not as strong. And also wait till after the 16th of the month, because that's going to be a big another eclipse that we're going to have, and it's going to be a full moon eclipse. So this is going to be a really interesting time for everybody, but there's a lot of stuff that might happen around that time for you. So really watch out, like really between the 10th and I think the 17th is going to be a really crucial time for you, Cancer. They really have to watch and be patient and forgiving. And then really watch your energy. Don't give too much to other people. Just make sure that you replenish your own cup, okay? So that's it for now. If you like this video, if it resonated with you, please like the video and share it with everybody that you know, or anybody that you think they would be interested in. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in August. Okay, bye.